Suffer to be so now, thus become a source of your righteousness. It is written, man shall not live bread alone, every word that proceeds out of the mouth of God. Is even again, shall not tempt the Lord the God. Yet you can say then, with written, shall achieve the Lord the God, and you only shall serve man, for the kingdom of heaven that can. Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. Bless the poor spirit, for there is the kingdom of heaven, come on, they shall come, because the meek they shall inherit the earth. Bless God of hunger and thirst of righteousness, they shall be filled. Bless the merciful, they shall obtain mercy. Bless the pure of heart, they shall see God. Bless the peacemakers, they become sons of God. Bless the persecuted for the righteous, to say the kingdom of heaven. Bless even the man revile, the scripture shall say, all manner evil against you falsely, but the name say, rejoice, makes you glad, praise your reward which in heaven. So the persecutes the prophets which were before you. To salt the earth, it is all those who savor, you are received the salted. It is not good for nothing but be thrown into the foot of man. You light the world, the Satan hill get out the heat, there the man light a candle, put on a partial, and a candlestick, is light all the house. Let your life so shame before men, that it's a good work with my Father in heaven. Do not come to destroy the law of the prophets, not come to destroy the fulfill, or the same duty, you'll come to pass one shot, or one title shall no was persuaded of the Lord, all will go and feel it. The rest therefore shall break one of his commandments, shall teach men so, shall counsel the kingdom of heaven. They shall do and teach about God the great kingdom of heaven. Or saying, do accept righteousness, shall exceed righteousness, or respect and cease, shall no cause enter the kingdom of heaven. Kurt you said with them, not kill, or shall kill, shall deny your judgment. Saying to you, so shall envy you, his brother without a couch, shall deny your judgment. There shall say to his brother, rock, shall deny your counsel, there shall say, you fool, shall deny your fire. Therefore, when you bring your gift to the altar, and the remembers, the brothers will out against you, leave a gift to the altar, go away, first pray, reconcile with your brother, then come and offer a gift. Agree with your adversary quickly, while you debate him. Listen in time, your adversary can deliver to the judge, and the judge can deliver to the officer, and you become in the prison. But I'll send you, shall not come and so respect them as you parse him. Represent with them, shall not commit adultery. I say you, someone shall look on a woman who lasted her, has already committed adultery in his heart. Right eye defend you, like it out, will cast from you. Praise for the evil free, the man, the memory shall perish, and the full punch shall be cast to hell. Right hand will offend you, cut it off, cast from you. Praise for the evil free, the man, the memory shall perish, and the full punch shall be cast to hell. It has been said, for a freak is violent, let him give you right, you'll divorce him. That's saying, because the freak is violent, same was the cause of vocation, cause for the adultery. So in America, there's a worse committed adultery. Kurt was said the same in the old time, shall not commit adultery. Kurt was said the same in the old time, shall not force figure assault by her unto the Lord thy houses. No saying this, but at all. Never have it, that all never ours, as we used to. Never Jerusalem, where is the city with the king? And never spear by head, because you cannot make one in hair black or white. The communication will be ye, nay, but the morning has come from evil. Brother said to them, I feel I to the Jews. I send you not resist evil, for us might you right you, to your mother also, for us truth a lot, and they hope. They have the black horse, or shall come to go mile. Who's in fight? He took him to the task, him to the ball, borrow you do not remain from him. For said to them, shall have your neighbor hate your enemy. I say, you shall love your enemies. Let them curse you, do not hate you. Represent which despite of hope, for will use you and persecute you. You may be sons of your father, you shall keep heaven. Grace your son good and evil, and stand and just and unjust. For equal loves them which love you, their works to you, not be public to soul, you to salute your brother's soul, what your mother sees, for not even your father's soul. The love of perfect, you have the father is perfect. The kids are not your arms before men to see them, otherwise you have no reward from father, you shall carry them. Therefore, when you does your arms, no sound trumpet because you are the people as doing. So the guys in the street, and you see them, and they're saying, because every their words. But even when you does your arms, not your left hand over, your right hand does that your arms may be secret, your father is in six shall rock you open. And we praise. Well, these keep because they allow praise them in the synagogues, the corners of the street, and make you see them, and they're saying, you took every their words. But even when you praise and you glory, when you praise, try to go, praise your father, which is secret, your father, which is in six shall rock you open. And we praise. There's not any repetition as the kids do. I think they shall be covered as I speak with you. I'll be there for example if I don't know what you need before asking. As many as our Father which in heaven, hallowed be your name. Thy kingdom comes, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us the day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts if we owe our debtors. For let us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For it's yours is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. We forgive my trespasses, and the Father also forgive us trespasses. Shall not forgive my trespasses, and the Father shall not forgive us trespasses. When it passes, not the hypocrite, for the spirit of their faces, they may feel respect to Christ. Being manifested, I know you can't wash your face, you may not have changed about the past, but your father, which is seeking your father, which is sexual about the open. And that offers of the short treasures of the rose, but emotional is corrupt, but he takes rose and steal. Well, there's no treasures in heaven, but emotional is not corrupt, but it's usually not the next or steal. The treasure is. Anyway, I can't be also. By his eye, the eye be single, they go by super, go by the evil, they go by super, darkness. He's a photo light, you the darkness, how great is the darkness? No one can separate masters. Either way, you'll hate the one and love the other, or else you'll hold the one, despise the other, but that's okay, the moon. Maybe there was sat today for your life, saying, what shall they eat, what shall they drink, later by the body, how shall be closed down? It's not a life, more than meat, who binds the rain and hold the powers of the air. This or not, and they eat not the other browns, but heaven the Father feels them, and not much more of they. Which joke you by the kiss out getting a fun to the other stuff. I think you said was rain, and considers a little bit of the gold. They told another speaking by saying that even Solomon and all this glory was not deprived, like one of this. You got so close of us, J.E. no more castle, Owen, how much more close you would have face. Either upon no sat for life, saying we shall each shall drink, and the bread by having, how shall be closed down. After all the things shall tell anything, for the heaven of Father and all, to the meat of all the things. I think you first for the kingdom of God, his righteousness, all the things shall be unto you. Either upon no sat for the moral. But the more shall take that for the thing of itself, sufficient unto the lazy you will. Judge not, that you will not be judged. There is no judgment, judge, you will be judged, and if you ought measure the meat, will be measured to you again. When behold, you say more to your brother behind, and perceive not the evil in your eye. Keep guard. Well, you came out from all night, they shall see clearly without the mold out from Razorhead. Give not that which is smaller than dogs, nor because your peanuts for swine. As a trampled demon without 30 feet, and short in you. Ask her to give to you, sufficient find that shall be open to you. Everyone that asks us to see this, keep the secret spikes, your snackers will be open to you. Which will be to remember, his son ask your breath will give him a stone. When he hath given fish will give him a serpent, or over him, in evil. Yes! No, how to keep good gifts from his children. I'm sure Heavenly Father will give good gifts to them and ask him. For whatsoever you that might do to you, there is also them to some of the prophets. And to strike it, by the gate of revelation, faction 19, go straight to the gate now of revelation, that away. Keep it there is fine. You were a false prophets, come to you sheep closing at the other end with wolves, you will know them with their fruits. Make the bait of zones of peace of distance, and the soul of the good tree bears good fruit, but corrupt tree bears evil fruit. A good tree cannot bear evil fruit, and a corrupt tree bears good fruit. A good tree should not bear good fruit, is human downcast, and forever, for you will know them with their fruits. Not everyone that says to me, Lord, Lord, children, that will give me heaven, but who does will my Father. And shall come to me that he will say, Lord, Lord, he will not prophesy in the name, he will not cast out devils in his name, he will not done many wonderful works in his name. I will refuse them, I never knew you, apart from the fucking infamy. Therefore, everyone is the same, and doesn't measure like a wise man, which was house of a rock. And the rain was and the fruits came from and the house it found out, it was found after that. Everyone is the same, I doesn't not show that I think it was a foolish man, which was house of a sand. And the rain was and the fruits came and the winds blew, and it was the house fell with his father. Time runs so fast and disappears somewhere in the horizon. But all deeds and your words is not disappear for every empty word which people say they will give answer on last day of judgment. If you will be if you will be heavy when you will be weighted on a scale, then you will, as is written, first will rise close to thy in Christ, and you will come to meet the Lord in air, so will Lord forever. But if you will be weighted, the scale will be not heavy, then for you like this will be like judge will say to you that more that for you cursed after the devil his senders. I was hungry, you gave me food. Restored gave me drink. I was naked, you clothed me. A stranger received me. I was weak, you come to visit me. I was captive, you come to see me. As much as you have done, one of those my least brethren, you have done it to me. Go, you blessed King, prepare to you for foundation. Contrary, go to their eternal damnation after the devil with senders. Not render evil for evil, love your enemies. Remember words of Solomon and Jesus Christ. You must love